Salutations, humans. If knowledge is what you're seeking, you are now tuned in to the Truth Speaking Beacon. Amigo Fresh.
So here's a tweet. The only thing standing between you and your health care are the Democrats. This is true. They control both the House and the Senate. But if that's true, then the only thing standing between you and your $2,000 stimulus are also the Democrats. So here's a short story of how we got to where we are. After the $1,200 check was passed, a few Democrats were demanding all summer for a higher check the next go around. All summer they were demanding that the next round of checks be higher. When they were drafting the latest COVID bill, McConnell and the Republicans didn't want any direct payments to the citizens. But with pushback from the Democrats, $600 was settled on. What we later found out, it was Joe Biden that negotiated that $600 down because it was originally supposed to be another $1,200 check. After that bill passed the House and the Senate, Trump refused to sign the bill very publicly and said he didn't want to sign it unless it was a $2,000 check to the people. That's when the House Democrats were magically able to amend and pass $2,000 direct payment legislation within 48 hours. Why they couldn't do this the first time, I don't know. But Trump pushed them left. The bill still needed to pass the Senate. All of a sudden, the independent, Democratic socialist Bernie Sanders, using his leverage to hold up military spending to get the $2,000 payment passed. Hardly any other Democrats in the Senate were supporting him. So after a back and forth, the military bill actually did pass because 41 Democrats went along with it to pass it. But it seemed like the Democrats still wanted to be on board with the $2,000 direct payments. So Ossoff and Warnock ran on immediately passing the $2,000 in order to win their seats in Georgia in the Senate runoff. Joe Biden seemed to be on board too. Since Ossoff and Warnock won, there should be a 50-50 split in the Senate to pass new bills and new legislation. But now a Democrat from West Virginia, Joe Manchin, signaling that he doesn't want to send $2,000 to the American people. See, Joe Manchin is West Virginia's self-proclaimed moderate conservative Democrat, which actually means Republican. He's more of like a far-right Republican. He won in a red state like West Virginia, so what do you expect? The leader of the party is Joe Biden, which means he should be able to make other Democrats follow through with his plans. See, what's funny is that AOC and the squad members were joking on Twitter a few weeks ago when Mitch McConnell was the one that was holding up the $2,000 checks. But all of a sudden, when it's a Democrat holding up, it's just radio silence. Now, Joe Biden has just released another stimulus package proposal that is $1,400 direct payments, and there's been a little bit pushback from AOC and the squad members, but they never called Joe Manchin or Joe Biden out directly. They just say that, well, the Democrats should do this and the Democrats could do this. Now, Joe Manchin said that getting people vaccinated is his number one job, so he's going to block the $2,000 stimulus checks regardless, even though Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock and the entire Democratic Party and Joe Biden promised that it will be passed immediately once they gain control of the Senate. So the seats in Georgia were hard fought. But for those $2,000 checks, Joe Manchin will be the roadblock. And AOC and the squad members being silent is no shock. I swear it so solemnly, it's a rotten economy. Joe should get a lumbotomy for the things he say audibly. And he's speaking so candid, Manchin, we understand it. You Republican branded, and you proudly red-handed. This is basic and regular. Democrats in America just ignoring average Joes and they retina on the regular. He's a prop, he's just Democratic rot. Mighty Joe is just a flop, approval tanking like a shark. He became phony. Democratic in name only, you tamed pony. One trick that's taking donor money. You two tricks and one tax breaks for your martini lunch. Got 99 problems, but Mitch ain't wanna get unseated, son. Send us money and send us some more cash, cause we all know 600 won't really last. Just to fill it in my pocket, I need all the $2,000. But Joe Manchin made a stand, so don't vote him in again. Send us money and send us some more cash, cause we all know 600 won't really last. Yeah, we stuck with Joe Manchin and that sounds really bad, cause he doing what he can to keep the money from my hands. Send us money and send us some more cash, cause we all know 600 won't really last. Just to fill it in my pocket, I need all the $2,000. But Joe Manchin made a stand, so don't vote him in again. Send us money and send us some more cash, cause we all know 600 won't really last. Yeah, we stuck with Joe Manchin and that sounds really bad, cause he doing what he can to keep the money from my hands.